This news update is brought to you by
This is a 6 p.m. Barbados Day update for Wednesday, September 3rd, 2014. A warm welcome to you. I'm Kamar Jordan. Good evening. We begin with somber scenes from Hero Square in the city today, where scores paused for a minute's silence as the clock struck noon to remember the tragic loss of family, friends, and loved ones. On this, the 4th anniversary of the Campus Trendz tragedy, in which 6 young women perished, there were renewed calls for Barbadians to speak out against violence. For family members of the 6 victims, the pain of losing their loved ones is still very real. Tricia Chase, who identified the body of Tiffany Hardin on the day of the tragedy, says not a day passes without her remembering her cousin.
It's really hard. People think that it's get easier, but really and truly it doesn't. It just feels like it happened yesterday. Nothing changed, not a second, minute, hour passed every day and we don't remember Tiffany.
The loss is equally painful for Glendine Welch, the mother of Kellyanne. 4 years on, she says her granddaughter still cries out for her deceased mother.
She'll be fine sometimes, and next time when she gets in, she'll tantrums. It'll be hard.
She's still asking for money?
Yeah.
So what are some of the things she would tell you,
She would say she misses her mommy. She wishes her mommy was here.
Meantime, the Services Alliance for Violent Encounters, commonly known as the SAFE Foundation, is disappointed about the way women are treated in this country. Addressing the gathering in Hero Square, the head of the foundation, Liesl Daisley, called on Barbadians to recognize the contribution of women in society and to give them the respect that's due.
Let us bring back love to our lives, to our homes, to our communities, and to Barbados. Let us bring back love. There are too many cases of violence, and in particular, man-on-woman violence in this country. Do we realize that when we kill our women, we are killing potential mothers and mothers? When we do this, we rob our planet. Women are precious and treasures of this nation.
Ms. Daisley also called on government to put the promised legislation on domestic violence in place. In other news, the National Union of Public Workers is tired of waiting on the Employment Rights Tribunal to begin its long-awaited hearings. And though its General Secretary, Dennis Clark, is not yet saying when, he warns that the deadline is fast approaching for the tribunal to settle the National Conservation Commission impasse.
I do not accept the excuses that are being given. I think they started before they were ready. They should have said we weren't ready and let us sit down at the table and say to NCC, comply with the Cabinet's decision.
Meantime, Tourism Minister Richard Seeley is warning that Barbados' bread and butter industry is facing an uncertain future. Mr. Seeley, who is currently the acting Prime Minister, warns that the island must act fast to turn the tide. He issued the word of caution this morning as he addressed industry officials at the opening of the 22nd Inter-American Congress of Ministers of Tourism. With statistics in hand, Mr. Seeley revealed that the island and its Caribbean neighbors are presently taking a beating from emerging markets. He says urgent measures must be put in place to stem the impact on the region's sustainable product.
The outlook of global reports such as Travel and Tourism, the Travel and Tourism and Competitiveness Index in 2013 and the World Economic Global Competitiveness Report of 2013 is beyond a shadow of doubt. Extremely disconcerting for the region when the competitive position of our tourism is considered. Indeed, with the exception of the USA and Canada, which were ranked 6th and 8th respectively in the index, most OAS member states were ranked between 27th and 115 out of the 140 countries.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
We continue with news from the Caribbean. Health authorities in Haiti are assuring the public that there are no cases of the Ebola virus in the country. This is officials strongly denied rumors that the deadly virus was detected in the French-speaking Caribbean country. According to reports, residents are being misinformed about how the virus is transmitted. In one instance, information suggests that people can contract the disease from wild animals, including bats and monkeys. But the health minister condemned all forms of rumor, saying that his department will not allow the public to panic on this most serious issue. Further afield, 350 U.S. troops will be added to the contingent in Iraq. President Barack Obama authorized the deployment in order to protect the American personnel and the facilities in Baghdad. The move follows the brutal execution of a second U.S. journalist in 2 weeks. However, U.S. officials are adamant that the troops will not be assuming combat roles, but that of the security as Iraqi forces continue to battle ISIS and Sunni militant fighters. Well, that's been our 6 p.m. update. We'll be back again at 7 o'clock in the morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or like us on Facebook for the very latest news and sports. You can also catch us on iZoomi Media in bus terminals or via Screenplay at supermarkets or a gas station near you. I'm Kamar Jordan. Have a peaceful night rest. And remember, Dawn Paris is your AM woman tomorrow. She'll be up at 7 a.m. sharp.
This news update is brought to you by